Hi, I'm Tiffany Stuckey with ArtsAltoona Live. Thank you so much for joining us back here today at the Mishler Theater. Today we're pleased to welcome Will Jones of Altitude Entertainment. As always, don't forget to subscribe to ArtsAltoona Live. And don't forget to mark December 22nd on your calendar for Rock the Halls. We're going to talk about that later. So, Will, to start, to begin, many of our viewers know you from your work with P&J Productions. Can you tell us more about your time there, how it started? Now it's in its farewell season. Could you tell us a little bit?
Sure. P&J Productions was formed with my business partner, Mr. Neil Port. We met in a regional production of The Music Man, actually. I was auditioning for Harold Hill. He was auditioning for Mayor Shin. And we both ended up getting the roles. And we met and had conversations, and I had no idea who he was, you know what I mean? And he asked me why I had never been on stage before. He goes, how come I've never seen you before? And I said, well, primarily I'm a writer. And he was asking me about my writing, wanted to hear some of my music, and I played some for him. And he got back a hold of me and said, this is really good stuff. He said, when this is all over, let's have lunch. And at that point, we were talking about my Christmas show, Christmas Carol, which I'd written. And he said, hey, let's put this on. Now, this was just a couple months. Here's where being kind of ignorant and even stupid is in your behalf and benefit, I should say, because when we started that show, we didn't really know what we were doing. I mean, it was obvious, but we did it anyways. And but it ended up selling out and being this huge hit. And because of that launched P&J. We've been together 13 years and do all kinds of shows and really have had a great influence on Central Pennsylvania. And so it's one of the prouder, accomplishments of my life, actually. So
it's amazing. I know it was very, very appreciated by the community. Now, I know that you've continued your work that you did similar to P&J with Altitude Entertainment. So could you describe what your work is with Altitude and exactly what Altitude Entertainment is?
Sure. Altitude Entertainment is the entertainment arm of the Altoona Mirror. And how we got into it, we partnered with the Altoona Mirror for years. Their general manager, Ray Eckenrode, was a great partner with P&J from the very beginning and a great support to us in the community. And with P&J in its farewell season in 2018, we're wrapping up, we wanted to have something else we could get into. And the Altoona Mirror was very interested in me coming on as a promotions and productions manager just for Altitude Entertainment. And Altitude Entertainment was meant to literally take the mantle from P&J locally, but also go to greater heights, promotion-wise, entertainment-wise, in Central PA. With 3 levels of acts, like a local acts, some national touring acts, and the big acts, like the recent Kenny Rogers show, stuff like that. So yeah, that's where Altitude Entertainment came from, was the relationship between P&J Productions and the Altoona Mirror, and it's the successor, if you will, on that great foundation that P&J has laid. So and so far we're less than 2 years old, and it's been a phenomenal success. So I'm very proud, very, very blessed and happy about that too.
It's been wonderful that all of these shows have been put on for our community, so I know I appreciated that. Now, Altitude Entertainment just brought Kenny Rogers to Altoona for a completely sold-out show, so that is amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, why is that so important in planning future events?
It's important because one of the things that myself and Ray Eckenrode, the general manager of the Mirror, one of the things we see Altoona as a phenomenal resource for entertainment and art. I mean, the location of Altoona is excellent between Pittsburgh and Philly. The routing's very good. The highways are good, and it's a great town. I mean, it's just a great town. It's just a great area. I mean, I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, and when people say anything negative about Altoona, I always say to them, you haven't lived many places, have you? Because Blair County in Central is a fantastic area. So we think it's prime for that. We brought Ron White in earlier this year. We outsold all of his Northeastern shows here in Altoona. And then Kenny came in, and 3,200 Strong came out. Well, you start getting the attention of guys in Nashville, New York, and LA doing that. When I first started calling them, I literally had one agent say to me, well, why should we come to Altoona, Pennsylvania, And I had to brand the area, and that's something I had to think on my feet. I didn't see myself doing that, but over the last couple of years, branding the Central Pennsylvania area has become the #1 priority of Altitude, and now we've successfully done that. We also helped the Altoona Curve produce a stadium concert with Sawyer Brown and Phil Vassar over the summer. And because of that, once you get to the point where you've done 3 national acts, you get nationally recognized as a promotion company. So now we're getting on the radar. So there are only bigger and better things ahead now. So it's really gratifying to see how actually blessed we've been in such a short period of time.
Great. Now, Rock the Halls is here on December 22nd. Make sure you mark your calendars. Can you tell us about the show? What's it going to be involve?
Sure. Rock the Halls was the, again, I had this brainchild or misbegotten idea, however you want to look at it, to do a Sgt. Pepper's tribute act. The Sgt. Pepper's Beatle album was 50 years old this year. Right. And it was literally this time last year, I was actually sitting one day, on my computer listening to my iTunes with a glass of red wine, quite inspirational apparently. And I was listening to it, and Sgt. Pepper's came on. And for some reason I thought, how old is this album? And I Googled and found it was 50 years ago. And this, and the opening number goes, it was 20 years ago today, so we called it was 50 years ago today, a Sgt. Pepper's tribute. Went to a couple great musician friends of mine, Rick Wirtz, got him as music director, went to Ray Eckenrode, Mr. Port, also P&J partner with Altitude on that. All of them thought it was great. And then when people tell you it's great, you say to yourself, great. And then you realize, nah, I got to pull it off.
Right.
So fortunately, I've been able to meet some of the area's best singers and musicians, and that made it much easier. They were fantastic, sold out the show, people loved it. Had narration by Dr. Ken Womack, who was the assistant dean of Penn State, and now international Beatles scholar. So he came in. It's being revived in Hollidaysburg this year, and that's another story. So anyways, but Rock the Hall is literally a second in a series of community concerts, locally produced, local artists for local audiences. And I think people love it. They have a sense of pride. We have narration. It's the same model. Casey O'Day, the radio personality, is doing our narration. Great band, great singers. It's one of those things that on a Friday before Christmas to come out and hear Jingle Bell Rock or hear Bruce Springsteen's version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, a couple more surprises. It's songs people know, but it's got a rock feel, it's got a fun feel. It's a great girls' night out. It's a great community night to come out and celebrate the holiday season in our town. So everything we do, people tend to get blown away by it because they'll go, wow, they're local people. And there's a sense of community pride and say, our talent can stack up. I mean, you can get people believing and change the culture. You can accomplish anything. And I think ArtsAltoona's, that's one of their primary missions, and many other organizations. And this to me reflects that, Rock the Hall. So definitely come out. You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
It sounds so fun.
It's fun. It's going to be a fun show. Fun show. Very fun.
Now, as we start to wrap up, I know we had talked a little bit before the interview of why arts. Why do you feel like arts are so beneficial to society? Like, why do we need to have them? Why is it such a crucial part of?
Yeah, I mean, arts are huge. I mean, if you want to restore any city, and city planners will tell you this, my hometown of Buffalo did it, Altoona's doing it, you basically need what's called meds, eds, and arts. Get medical people downtown, get the education down, and get the arts. Why the arts is important is because the inspiration it brings. It adds a flavor to life. This is just one man's opinion, my opinion, but I'm not one of these people who think that arts is real life. Arts is not real life. Arts inspires real life. Real life is, a sick child. Real life is losing a loved one. Real life is battling a serious illness. Real life is going through a separation, whether it be in family or in a marriage. I mean, people struggle with those things every single day. Arts is there, to me, to strengthen when I'm performing this and building these things, to inspire and strengthen people and strengthen the community. So there can be this, like, almost this, for lack of a better term, blessed distraction for a while, and they get inspired. Music, song, acting, theater, whatever, art, drawing, painting, inspires hope. And I think that, for me, and again, that's just my opinion, is why arts is so important, because it isn't real life, it inspires real life, and we have so much of that in central Pennsylvania and Altoona. So that's always been our goal in P&J, and I carry that into Altitude and everything I do. So I consider it myself fortunate to be able to inspire people that way in any way I can. So that's what I think.
All right. Well, to wrap up, what does the future hold for you? What does the future hold for Altitude Entertainment? Any dream projects on the horizon?
Oh yeah, I mean, I couldn't list. I mean, there are so many things right now I actually have actively going on and pursuing that. I mean, I look forward to seeing by the end of 2018. I'm sure I'll be in a much different place, in a better place by 2018, and so will Altitude Entertainment. In whichever forms it grows into, it's going to be a little easier for us to line up acts now. So we've got some exciting things coming there. P&J's farewell season is going to be huge. We have a big reveal on Christmas Day in the Altoona Mirror, a full-page ad of a show. We weren't planning it, but it was kind of after the Wizard of Oz, which was a sold-out phenomenon almost. We decided to give a bonus show to the community that we weren't planning. It's in June, so that'll be revealed. So check out. It's going to be very exciting. So check out on Christmas Day. Look for the full-page reveal in the Altoona Mirror, and then my new show, my world premiere of my new show, Sleepy Hollow, will be next October, and that's the final P&J show. It started with one of my shows. It's going to end with one of my shows. So I'm very excited about Sleepy Hollow. It's going to be fantastic, which sounds kind of egotistical because I'm writing it, but I mean, if it wasn't any good, I would tell you don't come. But I mean, you got to believe in yourself. So, but it is really going to be phenomenal. There's such a crescendo and a wave we're riding to the conclusion of P&J, which is really bittersweet for me and for the entire community because a lot of people in the community are saying, "Why you guys can't stop? Why you stop?" I said, well, Altitude will fill that void as much as it can, but P&J is always just going to be P&J. Nothing will ever be P&J Productions because of Mr. Portman, our relationship. And so that's going to be emotional for me, but also it's very exciting, 2018, what it has in store. So there are some big things coming from both P&J Productions and some huge things to be announced in Altitude Entertainment in 2018. So a lot of exciting things for Central Pennsylvania, a lot of things to look forward to, and we just want to help everybody else in the arts community, because if one group's prospering, all groups prosper, and that's something I think everyone should see, that one of us hurts, everybody hurts. So we hope to inspire other groups to pick up the mantle and go forth and make Altoona everything it should be.
Excellent. Well, thank you
so
much for being here and taking the time to do this. Now, audience, it's your turn to share. I hope that you will join in the discussion by leaving a comment below. Did this video inspire you? If so, let us know. And if you haven't had the opportunity yet, please like this video and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and on our Facebook page. We have a weekly newsletter that has something for everybody in Blair County. Thank you, audience, for your part ensuring that everyone knows how amazing Blair County is and about the people and organizations like Will and Altitude Entertainment that strive to make it that way. We hope to see you next time at Arts Altoona Live.